Hello, I want to walk you through a Salesforce flow that allows you to create a Slack channel, add members, and then manage error handling if the Slack channel is not created. Here we have a record-triggered flow based on when the opportunity is created. Make sure that you set that you run this in asynchronous, as we'll be calling out to Slack in this process. You can see here that the entry conditions are set to null, but you can set them based on your business requirements. The first step is we're going to do a get Salesforce flow element to get the account team associated with the account in which the opportunity is going to be based on. This allows us to add all the account team members to the channel through automation. I do this by finding the account ID on the account team member object and setting that to the account ID on the opportunity or the triggering object. Here, I return all those records. Because I return more than one record, we need to run a loop. And we're going to run a loop and add items to this var members variable. Notice that this variable is a collection variable and allows multiple things to be added. Within the loop, we are using an assignment variable to add any and all members of the account team. Notice that the operator is set to add, and we're using the variable of members, and we're going through the account team channel. One last thing to account for is we're using the Centro Slack user ID to pull in the Slack user ID from all the user records of the account team. Once we have those user IDs, we're using the Centro create channel Salesforce flow element. Here, we're using a formula field to set the channel name. Make sure that the channel name is unique and less than 80 characters. Then we're setting the Salesforce members that need to be added through that var member ID here. We have the options to setting the channel as private. Here, we're going to leave it public. Finally, we're going to use the advanced section to manually assign some variables out of the gate. One is the channel ID, which is a text variable. Another is an error message, which is also a text variable. And finally, an invitation URL, also a text variable. These were all created using the functionality on the left-hand side. Now for some error handling. Occasionally, that channel might not be created because it's not unique or for some other reason. So we want to have a manage for that and do some defensive flow building. So in my decision, I have channel created. And so when the channel variable is null, is equal to false, we know we have a channel ID. In that outcome, we're going to use a Centro Salesforce flow element called send notification to Slack. We're going to toggle on the variable here and pass in the channel ID. Finally, we're going to post the record details of that channel using the Centro record block to that channel ID. Additionally, more than likely, I'm going to link that channel to Salesforce, and that will populate our linked conversations object. There are tons of other options here that you can check out on Centro's support page. In the output, where their channel ID did not get created, I can post to any static channel, or I can post directly to myself and have the error message be sent to me in Slack. That is how you create a new Slack channel, add members from the account team, and handle for any errors using Centro. Please reach out if you have any questions.